Welcome to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge Day 158. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. We are working on the SOAP framework with respect to our relationship growth area and aspect of our life. This month we're working on relationship growth. And today we're talking about the O in the SOAP framework, which stands for options. Yesterday we told our current story and our desired story with respect to the relationship that we want to improve. We picked a relationship we want to improve. I picked my relationship with myself. The person that we've got a story for in the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group, Guide 2, is Jeff and Rachel. And yesterday, Jeff and Rachel, according to ChatGPT, were co-workers. Today, Jeff and Rachel are married for 5 years. So it's an interesting segue, and the way that ChatGPT thinks and creates things when you ask them to. You have to be really careful about how you ask questions, how you phrase it, how you put your requests in order to get, and how you phrase your prompts in order to get an accurate answer to the question you have. And I didn't do it very well this time. I went ahead and I did the whole SOAP framework day's worth of content because I'm really busy this week and I don't go read it until the night before I'm doing it. And I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting twist. So what are we doing today? Why do we want to look at options? Why do we want to fill the gap between where we are and where we want to be with respect to with a particular relationship? I say because we want our relationships to guide us and nurture us and feed our soul and have a positive impact on us. You know, we all have relationships that are negative, but we want to avoid those and create more that are positive and are helping us to create the life we want. And our relationships have a huge percentage of whether we're happy or not, whether we're grateful or not, whether we're enjoying our life or not. A lot of it is dictated by the quality of the relationships that we're involved in. So what are some options? And I'm just going to share a couple for me that I wrote down as far as how can I improve my relationship with myself? Well, it's always about understanding, being aware, and getting to know ourselves better, right? At least that's what it is for me. It's being more mindful, being present, paying attention to my life, actually participating in my life versus just going through the motions of my life. And I will admit, I'm guilty of both. I'm guilty of the whole decades of my life where I ran through my life just doing what I thought everybody else thought I should do. And I wasn't very happy during those time periods of my life. I haven't been very happy because the things that I would say yes to weren't necessarily in alignment with my goals and my objectives and how I wanted to show up in the world. And I think we test and tweak that throughout our lifetime. We figure out what's right for us. And then we just choose to do more of what's right for us. So mindfulness, meditation, thinking about it, spending some quiet time reflecting on what makes me feel good, what doesn't make me feel good in relationships. And that begins with our relationship with ourselves. You hear all the time, well, you can't love other people until you love yourself. And it is absolutely, positively 100% true. Test it out. Ask yourself. Reflect back on relationships and experiences and times of your life and ask yourself, well, what happened to that relationship? Maybe it's because I didn't respect and love and trust myself enough to make the right choices for me, etc. Personal goals and hobbies are a way to explore and understand and to improve our relationship with ourselves. I loved to, and before my vision kind of tanked, draw and color and do artistic things. Now, not so much. I'll color with my granddaughters in their big coloring books because I can kind of fake that, and they don't care. They're 1 and 3 and 9. They don't care how well grandma colors. But I used to I just missed the cusp of all the fantastic coloring books that came out for stress relief and stuff, and for fun and for entertainment and as a hobby. With respect to my vision left me before I could take advantage of that trend, which I think is pretty fascinating. Self-compassion and affirmations are a terrific way to improve our relationship with ourselves. I don't know if I'm very compassionate with myself. I beat myself up a lot, but I definitely use affirmations and affirmations every single day, as well as meditation, mindfulness, hypnosis, trying to be present in the present moment, etc. And then physical health and well-being. If we don't take care of our physical wealth and well-being, our physical wealth and well-being, that was pretty good. Our physical health and well-being, it's pretty hard to be in a relationship. Anybody who's had chronic pain or a chronic illness knows exactly what I'm talking about. It puts a huge strain on our relationships, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with other people, our relationship with the world, our relationship with our life as a whole. So I say we need to do what we can to take care of our physical well-being and health. And we talked about that already this year. Any questions about that? You can go back and you can check out our month on physical health and well-being. Action item today. What are we going to do? We're going to brainstorm at least 10 possible ways to begin filling the gap in our story of our relationship that we figured out yesterday. Our current story versus our desired story. They're not exactly the same. There's a gap between them. So we're going to brainstorm at least 10 ways that we can begin to fill that gap. Or maybe there's one thing we can do that will fill the entire gap, depending on your relationship, depending on what's going on with it. I know people and have worked with people that knew that one thing, did that one thing, and in almost miraculously fixed their relationship, fixed their business, fixed their physical challenge, etc. It doesn't have to take a ton of things and a ton of time and a ton of energy to make massive, drastic changes in our lives. We just have to decide, choose, take action, figure out what works for us, apply it, do it, go, boom. What's next? All right. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, you can always ask. You can message me on this video. You can search me out. You can always get me in the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group or the group page or the guides 1 or 2, wherever if you leave a message under a video, I'm going to find it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to respond. If you've got a question, that's a great place to ask it, because chances are you're not the only one that has that question or is thinking that and saying, gosh, I wonder about this. Just ask. All right. Have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow, and we will talk about the A in the SOAP framework. Have a great day.